So leading on from the two main patterns in thematic progression, the theme to theme and the rhyme to theme patterns, they typically, like I mentioned in the previous video, a theme to theme is used in descriptions or describing things, and the rhyme to theme pattern is often used in explanations. I have here a couple of cheat sheets, I guess I'll call them, with some other features that you'll find in descriptions and explanations. So for the verb describing, the definition of it, as far as it goes with the HSC verbs, is they provide characteristics and features of objects or ideas. And what you're doing when describing is you're giving information about what things are and what they have. So that kind of links up with the type of verbs that you'll find in describing. So they're mostly being and having verbs. So for example, is, are, has, and have. But you also find other verbs that denote the idea of being and having, and that could be like existing or comprising. So the cheat sheet provides an example of the theme to theme pattern, okay, which looks like this. And for that reason, features of descriptions, you have a constant theme. The theme or the given information is before the main verb, and the new information comes afterwards. Other features you'll find in descriptions are pronouns. So they're references linking back to, a word, particularly in this case, the theme. And you'll see that in this example here where it is referring back to the object being described. Conjunctions, usually just words like and. Taking a look at explanations now. The definition for explain, it's when you relate cause and effect, make relationships between things evident, provide why and how. And in science, what we're looking at in particular is sequential explanations, which we've got events that are linked in time, so that connects with a type of conjunctions that you'll find, and also causal explanations again. So this is, we've got events linked in a cause and effect relationship, and you'll see a lot of cause conjunctions. So I've got an example here of using the theme rhyme pattern, which is typically zigzagged, where it's got a rhyme to theme, so the rhyme in the previous sentence becomes the theme in the following sentence. So for explanations, we've got changing theme, so the theme comes before the main verb, and then new information here, which is the rhyme, and that becomes the theme of the next sentence, and so on. Verbs, in comparison to descriptions, are typically action verbs, and these are some examples from physics, the type of action verbs that you'll find. I've mentioned the conjunctions, and the other feature that's important that you'll notice a lot in scientific explanations is this concept of nominalization, and that's where verbs are turned into nouns and adjectives. So some examples here, the verb interacts is nominalized into a noun, interaction, and induces becomes an adjective, and that shows up in this rhyme to theme pattern. So here we've got induces nominalized to induced, and interacts nominalized into interaction.